Hear now how the fates of men and empires may be written in the stars, and the Lord God may reveal it to one, but conceal it from another, though he be an emperor. Many years ago, in the greatest city in the world, the emperor and one of his knights went walking one evening. And as they passed a certain house, they heard a woman crying out in the travails of childbirth. And on the terrace, her husband, crying aloud to God that his wife should not be delivered of the child. But it being no concern of theirs, they walked on. And later in the evening, the woman, still wailing, the man again crying out to God that his wife should be delivered of her child. They walked on through the evening, the woman still wailing, her cries echoing through the town, and once more the man cried out to God that his wife should not be delivered of the child. The emperor grew angry. "Find that man and bring him to me in the palace tomorrow. I will have an accounting of this." The next day, the man was brought before the emperor. "Give an accounting, man, or I shall see your neck stretched. Why would you be crying to God that your wife should not be delivered of child, then she should be delivered, then again that she should not? O great emperor, live forever. Know that I am but a simple scholar, a student of the stars, their signs and portents. And it pleased the Lord God in his mercy to reveal to me that should our child be born at a certain hour, his life would be short and his death violent. But if he should be born at an auspicious hour, why, he should marry the daughter of the emperor and rule over all Byzantium." "And what came to pass?" asked the emperor. "Oh, may it please the Lord God and your eminence, the wife was delivered of her child at an auspicious hour. And so, as it was written in the skies, he shall marry the daughter of the emperor and rule over all Byzantium." At this the emperor scoffed within his own mind, for he too was a student of the stars, and no such prophecy had been revealed to him. But he sent the man on his way with a gift appropriate to his station, and called his knight. "Go to that man's house, privily, let no one see you, and fetch the child. Bring him to me." This the knight did. Brought the child wrapped in a fine cloth and presented it to the emperor. Satan entered his heart, and he was filled with hatred. He snatched up a knife to slash the child across the belly. "Take it away! Cast it into the sea." The knight wrapped up the wailing child and bore him out of the palace. But the angel of the Lord spoke mercy to his heart, and he was filled with pity. And instead of casting the babe into the sea, he took it to a certain monastery and left it outside the gate. When the monks had finished singing their matins, they heard the wailing of the child, went outside and saw him wrapped in a fine cloth with the wound on his belly. They sent for a physician. The wound was grievous, but not mortal, and at the cost of much gold, the child was cured and healed, though he would always bear the scar. And for that reason, the abbot named him Constant. And young Constant grew in form and stature and wisdom and learning, and by a certain turn of events, when he was a young man, entered the service of the emperor, and was in his retinue when the emperor was called away to the border to resolve a certain matter. And as it happened, the emperor learned of young Constant's finding, how he was discovered outside the gate of the monastery, wrapped in a fine cloth, with a grievous wound on his belly. And the emperor knew that this was the child which he had sought to slay. And once again, Satan entered his heart, and he began to plot how he might cause the death of the young man. He caused a letter to be written. Unto the governor of Byzantium, greetings from your emperor. The bearer of this letter is to be put to death without delay. This is my command, do not fail me. And he sealed it with his own ring and gave the letter to Constant to bear to Byzantium. Young Constant, having no knowledge of the contents of the letter, though it were his death warrant, was pleased at the important errand which he had been assigned, and so he quickly made his way to Byzantium, a journey of many days. When he arrived, he was much fatigued, and so the servants took him to the garden where he might rest and refresh himself, and there he fell asleep beneath a tree. As it happened, the daughter of the emperor was walking in the garden that day with her maids, and they spied young Constant sleeping beneath the tree. And the emperor's daughter gazed upon his fair face and form, and was instantly filled with love, and fain would be wed to this beautiful young man. Being of a quick and curious mind, she saw the letter in his belt, and stealthily withdrew it, broke the seal, and read it in horror. She called her maid, "Quickly, go to my chamber. There you will find a blank paper sealed with my father's seal, which he had left should I need to borrow funds in his name. Write on it these words: Unto the governor of Byzantium, greetings from your emperor. Heed my words. The bearer of this letter is to be married to my daughter without delay. Do not fail me, this is my command." The maid did as she was bid, and quickly the letter was brought, and the princess slipped it into young Constant's belt while he yet slumbered. Then the maid was quickly withdrew. In due time, Constant awoke, and having no knowledge of what had transpired, had his audience with the governor, gave him the letter, who broke the seal and read it with great joy, and gave orders that a royal wedding should be prepared in all haste. And so it was accomplished. Some weeks later, the emperor returned and inquired of his governor all that had transpired in his absence. And the governor told him of the youth and the letter and the message which it bore and the royal wedding celebration. The emperor knew his daughter well, and instantly surmised the truth of what had transpired. But the governor continued. "And may it please your eminence, by the grace of God, your daughter is with child, and will bear you an heir." How could a father be angry? Indeed, he caused the celebrations to continue, and the child was born and named after his father, named Constantine. And indeed, young Constantine grew and became the emperor of all Byzantium, and the greatest empire the world has ever known, and the great city was renamed in his honor Constantinople, as it is known to this day. And thus, may the fates of men and empires be written in the stars, which the Lord God may reveal to some.